in Cambridgeshire, and we are constructing a Japanese water garden.
To try and get that more Japanese vibe, we were looking at using boulders along with a really nice slate that has lots of colours. Unfortunately, some of it's wrapped up here so you can't see it, but you'll see it soon enough. Yeah, so here's some of the slate rocks I was talking about being assembled. There's a little rectangle pond the client had built a few years prior. It's a little waterfall. He originally just wanted a waterfall, but then after a while we were talking about a complete Japanese water garden.
Hello, it's starter day 2. We are in Cambridgeshire and we are constructing a Japanese water garden. So the clients have a love of Japanese water gardens that incorporate the 4 essential elements of a Japanese water garden, which are rocks, water, planting and some man-made objects like the bridge. So the size of the main pond is going to be roughly 6 meters by 4 meters, which is, for you Americans, what's that? That's roughly 20 feet by 14, 15. I'm sure a few people will correct that in the comments. So we're going to create the new waterfall in roughly this area, roughly a 2 meter long stream with a biopool in it, a cascade or two, coming down into a nice 6 by 4 meter pond in this area here. We're probably going to elongate towards the lawn a bit, we've decided, so it'll leave the clients more room for a socialising area over there where they're going to create some seating and patios, etc. We're going to have a nice intake bay right at the end of the pond, so we've got maximum flow and circulation at this end somewhere, at the end of the pond, and that will comprise a little stream itself off the pond into an intake bay pool and under a nice little stone bridge which we've got here ready to put in. We're going to have 2 pumps on this. One will be a jet for the jets and the other is the main pump for the waterfall down into the pond and suck through down into the intake bay to remove all the muck. So let's get on.
Hello everyone.
So we're just burying some rubble in the old pond. It's like a convenient soak away. It was heavy clay here, so it doesn't hurt to have a little extra soaking away area with some rubble.
This is one of the hottest gardens we've ever worked in, directly due south, no shade, and particularly hot weather in England at the minute. And can you see we've shielded the digger with, looks like a bit of a sinister mask, but that was some pond underlay, just so it could keep us cool in the digger. I've suggested the clients plant some trees to give the pond a bit of shade in this very hot area, because that'll help reduce the algae. So we started on the waterfall area first because the client wanted us to use the digger to create some trenches, for example, for the seating area. And if we dug the pond first, then we wouldn't be able to get access behind the pond later to do these other jobs. So that's why we started with the waterfall first. If you're thinking of doing a project like this yourself, to save some money, the most important thing is allow enough time. A project like this by yourself is going to take months if you're going to do it properly. Just moving the rocks around and getting them in position, is pretty arduous. It sometimes takes us well over an hour to get a rock through, into position, put it in the pond, get it all secured, looking right, and then we don't like it and we tear it out anyway. It's when you're rocking in, you want to be artistic, but also think about functionality. Where do you want the water to go? How are you going to direct the water? How are you going to secure the liner properly? These ecosystem ponds provide a massive surface area of different types of rock, gravels, areas of lots of oxygenation, circulation. So you get this broad range of beneficial microbes to effectively clean the water. So you're not really reliant on, a sort of box filter like you would be with a normal pond sat on the side. So you can see this smallish part of the waterfall has taken us a long time to get right. We're just using the foam to direct the water where we want it to go and also help secure the rocks.
fish caves then. So if we make this our deeper area, let's think about that though. We want the current flowing through the deeper area, don't we? So the jet's going to be over there. So yeah, that'll work, won't it? Jet over there, sweeping through. As long as the pump cable reaches that far.
What are you doing at the moment then?
Just doing the deeper section, small area, just as a fish refuge.
Nice.
See where I mean? Yeah. Should do it. I'll come when you're ready in a minute. Let's do this. Right, man, you've got to hurry up to your trench line. Slow, right, go.
Keep pulling nice and evenly.
Tuck it in neatly, love. So we've dug the hole, put the sand in, made sure everything's good, all the levels are good. Got the geotextile underlay in, got the liner in. You can see the stream over there is partly built, and we're really ready to start rocking in properly now. Just in a bib liner.
Which is?
Bib liner is, I don't want the water to come behind these rocks and find little ways through. I want it to come over these rocks, because the cascade, you get one coming this way, and I want this one this way. So I want to create a barrier to stop the water, and foam's sometimes not enough. You want to direct it with a bit of a bib liner. It's just an offcut overlay. I'm just going to put it behind here, we'll tidy it up later. What we'll do is come in with some gravel and put that over the bib liner once this has dried off.
We're thinking of entering Connor into a strongman contest. Let me know in the comments.
It's a tiny little red.
So guys, there is one of the fish caves. I'll give you a shot inside of that. What we're doing now, what Benji's doing in the digger, we're just extending it with this absolutely huge rock, probably the biggest one we've used so far.
Can you stop? Can you restart that? Oh, it's creating a lot of foam. Yeah, but that's so far up. I don't know if this is going to reach, you know. So hot. Down in the pond, we've measured it at nearly 50 degrees. So we're in the shade at the minute. We thought we'd come early, get some rocking in done. Probably going to knock off about lunchtime because it's due to be 34 degrees in the shade at that time. So a lot hotter in full sun. Yes, we've got the gazebo, but you can't stay under it all the time. And want to be comfortable when you're doing an artistic thing like rocking in. So that's what we're doing today. You see the water that we left filthy the other day is already crystal clear without even the filters being on. That's because the pond itself is a filter. So I think it's what day are we, 11, 12? And we're just going to start the intake bay properly today. Get that finished. Just down here. Got the bridge in yesterday. Partly filled it with water just to start to sweeten the water, ready for the fish. See how crystal clear it is, even with only a small amount of filtration.
Yeah.
Connor's just putting the camera underwater for the first time into the intake bay. This is the heart of the system. You can see the pond in the distance, and this is the muck for the very first time being sucked into one convenient area. Much of the muck in the pond will get sucked to this one area, and that is stage 1 mechanical filtration in action, which you won't get on any standard pond, and is absolutely night and day difference in terms of keeping the pond clean.
No, one of them doesn't work on that. Or
Alright, I'll have a look. I just left it in whatever it was in. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. And then we'll do
Is it?
the host and